This is day 1 of baby-led weaning with Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. My daughter has BWS and she just turned 6 months old. So we are going to start baby-led weaning. It's a little bit different for people who have Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. She does have macroglossia, which means her tongue is a lot larger than the average person's tongue, and that can make feeding a little bit more difficult. We started her today with mashed avocado on lentil toast. The dog was really excited about it. She also had a little bit of mango puree. Originally I was going to give that to her in a cup, but she did not like the cup. So we tried a little bit in a spoon just so she could get a taste. And she really liked that. Really careful eater so far. That will probably change as she gets into it, but she hasn't really had any gagging incidents, which is good considering her tongue. And we're going to keep working on it and introducing her to new foods. It's day 2 of baby-led weaning with Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. Today we tried a little bit of whole milk yogurt with chia, some more avocado with flax, and some egg. Now at this age, baby-led weaning is mostly for taste and texture. This isn't meant to replace the milk that she normally gets. And as you can see, sometimes the food doesn't even really get in the mouth. That's okay. She's just exploring at this point. Making some faces at that yogurt. She wasn't quite sure about it, and honestly didn't really seem to be quite in the mood this morning. She made some attempts on everything, but wasn't as into it as she was yesterday, and that's okay. She really did like playing with the yogurt though, and then she definitely told me when she was done. I got a new griddle, so I decided to make some pancakes. Pause for the recipe. You will want to use only a little bit of oil on your griddle, otherwise you'll get a video like this instead of a cool video of me flipping pancakes. It's whatever's happening here, so don't do that. We also tried out these bibs. I got them for my baby shower, and not a huge fan of disposable. However, they do fit her a lot better than the silicone bibs do, just because she's kind of tiny. She was really gremlining these pancakes, ripping them up right away. I don't think much of it actually got in the mouth, but she did have a good time for a minute there. And then she was done. Today's meals were unintentionally brought to you by the letter B. May started off with a banana this morning. She really enjoyed getting to hang on to it all by herself and eat it as she liked. And then for lunch, we had black beans, some leftover banana, blueberries, yogurt, and then I threw a teething cracker on there just in case. Both blueberries and black beans can be choking hazards, so it suggested that you either mash them up, squish them, or cut them. I chose to mash them both up. She really seemed to like the blueberry banana yogurt mixture, and actually was quite into the beans for a minute, but she really had a lot more fun playing with both of those food combinations and eating them. She does like her spoon quite a bit, which was nice. The teething cracker, that was just a toy for her. She didn't even try to eat that today. And then of course we had to end with a bath. It's day 4 of baby-led weaning with Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. I made a little egg this morning on the griddle when I was making pancakes for the big kids. So the baby had a little bit of her pumpkin pancake and some egg. She She's a little gremlin, so she's making noises at her food and going for those pancakes right away. She got distracted by the dog a lot. I love her little gremlin noises. The dog kept whining for pieces. I really wanted her to try her cup with the straw, but she didn't really like the straw, so we tried it without the straw. She doesn't take a bottle, so the cup is kind of a foreign concept to her, but she was at least doing something with it. And here's the dog. Day 5 of baby-led weaning with Beck with Wiedemann syndrome. And today we are showing that not every day is a success. I cut up a little kiwi for her, kept some of the skin on to see if she would hold it. She would not. We also had some black beans with quinoa, and she was not having it. Not at all. We tried the kiwi again. She was still not having it. So we decided we'd try again later. And this is later in the day. I added a little bit of tomato lentil sauce to the black beans and quinoa to see if that new taste might be a little more exciting. And she was a little bit more successful with it. She did like it, but she was not willing to hold that spoon or to put her hands in her food at all. So it was a semi-successful day, but not every day is going to be perfect. And we're going to keep. It's day 6 of baby-led weaning with Beck with Wiedemann syndrome. We had a little bit of a reset today. I gave her some of her lentil toast with avocado and a little bit of hemp. And then we also tried some egg with sesame seeds. She went for that toast immediately. I had some too. The dog was very interested. I like to eat along with her because it shows good modeling of eating. Look at her socks. They're so cute. Little bees. She is a carb queen. She was not much for the egg, but she was all over that toast today. The egg would make it to the mouth a couple of times, and then it would be replaced with the toast. She was really into that toast. After the last couple of days of not so great success with eating, this was a nice way to reset and get her back on track. Once a week, we make a meal from another country. This week, we chose the Marshall Islands, so we were making fried sweet potatoes, fried bananas, and rice banquet. I like to parboil my sweet potatoes before I fry them. The rice banquet has pumpkin, coconut milk, and then for the adults, it had sugar in it as well. We tried to make these baby-led weaning safe as well, so for the baby, she had the same meal as us, just without seasoning. So her sweet potatoes didn't have salt, her bananas didn't have sugar, that sort of thing. She tried pretty much everything. She wasn't as into the meal as she was the little cracker that I gave her for while she was waiting, but she gave everything a try. And honestly, I thought this was a really great meal to share with her because there wasn't too much for modification that had to be made to make it baby-led weaning safe.